All right, welcome to lesson 3.1. This one is all about how to learn faster using AI tools. In this lesson, you will learn and not actually create anything. So, what do I mean is you do not need to follow any tutorials or create anything, but just watch this video, make notes, and try to truly learn rather than follow what I do. So, this is the most important module of the entire course. In this module, we are going to do a complete mindset change. You are not going to think yourself, you're not going to be alone programming anymore, building apps. All of this you are going to do as a partner with AI. Imagine that AI is some sort of a personal tutor for you. So you can actually use AI to learn, you can use AI to pair program with it, and you can use it to debug code with it. Now, you are going to learn all these things in this lesson. So first I'm going to set up and then I will show you. Okay, so now we have set up our AI models and I just want to quickly show you the ones that I mostly work with. GPT, ChatGPT, Gemini, and Grok. Maybe number two, I work with Grok and then Gemini, and Microsoft Copilot is just brand new. I don't really use it much. We can use AI as our pair programmer. So, what we're going to do now is create a new sample project very quickly with Flutter Create. So, let's go to desktop and let's do Flutter Create sample. So now we have a sample project in our desktop. Let's open VS Code and let's open our sample project. Inside our sample project, let's go to lib. Here we see this is the entirety of our project. And you can see these green lines, these are all comments. These are made for your understanding, for a beginner's understanding. But let's say we wanted to remove all these comments. Now, how will we do that with AI? So we select everything with Command A and we copy it. Now let's go back to GPT. Just a quick tip, make accounts on all of these, on Grok, on Gemini, on GPT. And if you're a beginner, you do not really need to start paying immediately. You can learn actually a lot with the free versions of these. So you will see in a few minutes we will hit the GPT limit. And with the limit, it will switch to the slower modules, the slower models. And the slower models still work very good for code editing, for smaller tasks that beginners have. So as a beginner, you can absolutely learn for free. You do not need to pay for any model, for GPT, Grok, for anything until you absolutely start creating your first big project. That is when you really need to start paying. And we will do that in our fifth module. In our third module, we are just going to learn. So, so let's write, hey, please remove all the comments from my code. And let's see what happens. Now we wait for a few minutes, probably seconds, not minutes. And there it is. All of our code all of our comments have been removed, and we only have the code. Let's copy it, go back to VS Code, and there you go. It's just the same project, but all the comments have been removed. So if you skip the previous module, which as I know, it is skippable, You probably are an advanced user. But if you did not and you're a beginner user, I want to show you something that you can do with it. You can press the command key on Mac or the control key on Windows, and then you can highlight any of these widgets, these keywords. You click on it, for example, if you come here and hover over it, you will see it is underlined. And you can see the definition. But here's the funny stuff. Let's say I want to look at what a scaffold does. I will hold command, I will go to scaffold, and I will click on it. And in a new window, just never do that. So in a new window, we will see scaffold of the actual scaffold definition opened by Flutter. So we see now what actually is a scaffold, where actually scaffold is created. And we can see all the attributes that scaffold has. Scaffold takes a key, scaffold takes an app bar, scaffold takes a body, a floating action button. You can see all these things, right? And that's how you know these are the attributes that a scaffold takes. So you can also do it with, let's say, for a center widget. Center extends a line, takes key, takes width factor, takes height factor, and a child. Let's go do a text. See, takes text, takes a key, a style, strut style, text align, text direction, locale, and all these other stuff. Now let's do stateful widget. See, this is where stateful widget is actually explained. And you can read all these comments. Creates a stateful element to manage this widget. And you can learn it. But let's say you come from a different language, right? You come from Java or you come from Python. Now, this is the beauty of AI. We go back to our model and we ask it questions. What is a stateful widget comparatively to Java? Now, this is where the AI starts acting as a tutor. It will actually tell you everything in Flutter, Dart. A stateful widget is a widget that can change over time, meaning it can rebuild its UI. So let's say you do not understand something. Let's say it is saying Flutter is a stateful widget, has a mutable state. Now, you don't know what a mutable state is. What you're going to do is highlight this and ask, what does it mean? Great question. Now, whatever you have highlighted, GPT will try to explain that. So, state refers to data that can affect how something looks. Mutable means changeable. So, now you know mutable means changeable, immutable means it cannot be changed. Now, there are even examples and there are comparisons for Flutter. Let's say you want an example in another language. You come from Python. Give a mutable state example in Python. Sure. And it will just explain the same. Now I'm going to stop it right now. One thing you should do a lot is you should actually remember this as a tip. Always write in the prompt, explain in short. All right? So let's say, now give an example in Go language. Explain in short. So now, this time, it will try to give a shorter example. As you see, there's a mutable state example in Go. This is how you create Go, and this is how you create a state in Go, and here's a shorter example. So basically, what we are doing is we are using GPT as our personal tutor, right? And while we are in our Flutter projects, whatever we do not understand, and I really, really, truly mean it, whatever we do not understand, we will ask it. For example, I personally do not understand this. Const my homepage. You can actually command C this, copy this, go to your GPT or any other. Let's say this time we go to Grok. And another tip with Grok, you have to say, please be shorter. Please explain in shorter. Explain this code in short. See, and it already knows. Const indicates the constructor is constant. My homepage is the class name. Super key calls the parent's class constructor. You can even ask it why. For example, I do not understand, and I know this. I know this. Many beginners do not understand this. What is a super key and why is it needed? We ask it. What is a, let's copy this, super key and why is it needed? Don't say please. Explain in short. The reason we don't say please it because OpenAI recently said that if you say please and thank you, it actually uses extra power. So just tell it what to do. Don't use please and thank you. See? So it explains everything. Now, this is the beauty that we did not have before. You do not actually need to watch hundreds and hundreds of tutorials. Anything that you don't understand, you can ask it. So you don't actually need to watch a complete Flutter course, which is 16 hours, 32 hours, and then you start creating your app. That is too long. We now have AI. And with AI, this is the power. And this is the power of AI. Now, in the next few lessons, and I trust me, these are going to be very few lessons, I am going to teach you how we can use AI to actually speed up our development and learning process by hundreds of times. So, see you in the next lesson.